His father's eyes had filled with tears. He said, "You've come to that man's island, right enough, but dangerous men and fools hold power now. You gave your gifts in vain. If you could find him here in Ithaca alive, he'd make return of gifts and hospitality as custom is, when someone has been generous. But tell me accurately, how many years have now gone by since that man was your guest? Your guest, my son, if he indeed existed, born to ill fortune as he was. Ah, far from those who loved him, far from his native land, in some sea dingle fish have picked his bones, or else he made the vultures and wild beasts a trove ashore. His mother at his bier never bewailed him, nor did I, his father, nor did his admirable wife, Penelope, who should have closed her husband's eyes in death and cried aloud upon him as he lay. So much is due the dead. But speak out, tell me further. Who are you? Of what city and family? Where have you moored the ship that brought you here? Where is your admirable crew? Are you a peddler put ashore by the foreign ship you came on?" Again Odysseus had a fable ready. "Yes," he said, "I can tell you all those things. I come from Rover's Passage, where my home is, and I am King Allwo's only son. My name is Quarrelman. Heaven's power in the west wind drove me this way from Sicania off my course. My ship lies in a barren cove beyond the town there. As for Odysseus, now is the 5th year since he put to sea and left my homeland, bound for death, you say. Yet land birds flying from starboard crossed his bow, a lucky augury. So we parted joyously, in hope of friendly days and gifts to come. A cloud of pain had fallen on Laertes. Scooping up handfuls of the sunburnt dust, he sifted it over his grey head and groaned, and the groan went to the son's heart. A twinge prickling up through his nostrils warned Odysseus he could not watch this any longer. He leapt and threw his arms around his father, kissed him, and said, "O father, I am he, 20 years gone, and here I've come again to my own land. Hold back your tears, no grieving. I bring good news, though still we cannot rest. I killed the suitors to the last man. Outrage and injury have been avenged." Laertes turned and found his voice to murmur, "If you are Odysseus, my son, come back. Give me some proof, a sign to make me sure." His son replied, "The scar then, first of all. Look, here the wild boar's flashing tusk wounded me on Parnassus. Do you see it? You and my mother made me go, that time, to visit Lord Autolycus, her father, for gifts he promised years before on Ithaca. Again, more proof. Let's say the trees you gave me on this revetted plot of orchard once. I was a small boy at your heels, wheedling amid the young trees, while you named each one. You gave me 13 pear, 10 apple trees, and 40 fig trees. 50 rows of vines were promised too, each one to bear in turn. Bunches of every hue would hang there ripening, weighed down by the god of summer days. The old man's knees failed him, his heart grew faint, recalling all that Odysseus calmly told. He clutched his son. Odysseus held him swooning until he got his breath back and his spirit, and spoke again. "Zeus, father, gods above, you still hold pure Olympus, if the suitors paid for their crimes indeed, and paid in blood. But now the fear is in me that all Ithaca will be upon us. They'll send messengers to stir up every city of the islands." Odysseus, the great tactician, answered, courage and leave the worrying to me. We'll turn back to your homestead by the orchard. I sent the cowherd, swineherd, and Telemachus ahead to make our noonday meal. Conversing in this vein, they went home, the two together, into the stone farmhouse. There Telemachus and the two herdsmen were already carving roast young pork and mixing amber wine. During these preparations, the Sicel woman bathed Laertes and anointed him, and dressed him in a new cloak. Then Athena, standing by, filled out his limbs again, gave girth and stature to the old field captain, fresh from the bathing place. His son looked on in wonder at the godlike bloom upon him, and called out happily, "O father, surely one of the gods, who are young forever, has made you magnificent before my eyes." Clear-headed Laertes faced him, saying, "By Father Zeus, Athena, and Apollo, I wish I could be now as once I was, commander of the Cephallenians, when I took the walled town Nericos on the promontory. Would God I had been young again last night with armor on me, standing in our hall to fight the suitors at your side. How many knees I could have crumpled to your joy." While son and father spoke, cowherd and swineherd attended, waiting, for the meal was ready. Soon they were all seated, and their hands picked up the meat and bread.